welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rise of Nations. It's been a while, and now this isn't our fault. We're the victims here, and I say this every time, but there's actually a reason this time. The Rise of Nations replay site that we use to get replays from, Ron TXP, I believe it was called, that went down. So the equivalent of GameReplays.org or the equivalent of Kota.org, it went down. So we had nowhere to get replays, and we still do. But one of our viewers and one of our players in today's game, he was a bro, and he sent us replays in. I'm going to say his name because it's generally a spoiler most of the time.
Oh yes, yeah, it does tend to be, but absolute bro. So we're keen for that. We're glad that we're getting some Rise of Nations stuff. So on that note, just before we start the shoutcast, if you do have some good Rise of Nations games, if you're a high level player that happens to watch our shoutcast, we'd love you to send them in. There should be an email in the description for you to send them to. We would appreciate that. Would allow us to keep casting Rise of Nations, because we do need a few replays and we'll do that.
Yeah, the only way we can cast them is by getting them emailed to us. We can't download them of our own accord. And we had high standards for Rise of Nations replays, but now the standards have gone down a little bit. So, Nomad, standard, 1v1, team game, whatever. We hope a high level game, hopefully, but yeah, whatever.
Cool. So we have a team game today. If you haven't noticed the lack of 2 players and the appearance of 6, it's according to the score, but I'm pretty sure they still stay top 3, bottom 3. We have Spice. He's playing as our Persians. There we go, up the top. There we go. When it's been so long, you don't know where a game's UI is.
No, I knew. That's
prolaze.
why I tried. I was pointing the cursor at the top.
As our Germans, and Hockeystar playing as our Greeks.
Hockeystar, man, he's in the wrong game, isn't he? And their opponents for today. Yeah, just double checking that was the team. Looking at the fog of war on the map. The orange or Romans actually. I tried to say Italians. ElSteez, his teammate wolfy is going to be playing as the Inca, and lastly, Redbul is going to be playing as the Lakota.
Cool. Yeah, some recognizable names kind of across the board here on both teams, so that's cool. Hopefully we'll have a good one here.
Yeah, Lakota's the sort of the weird one. Receive plus food for food for every citizen scout and cavalry unit, instead of building farms and granaries, which are not buildable. Borders are invisible to enemies. Can construct buildings anywhere not in enemy territory.
That's cool.
So
that's you see here with the second city.
Yeah, the world's most forward city.
Yeah, that was pretty nutty. So that's kind of good. Just that by itself makes the faction playable, because it's just like, oh, there's a mountain and a forest, but it's outside my territory range. No problem.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and build it over there, and you can see it's a really fantastic position for a second city.
So I suspect we'll see a lot of aggression on this side of the map, because that red city, Wagluhu, it's close to not only white, but it's also pretty close to green as well. It's about the equivalent of where orange's third city has been, and certainly purple's further away from green than what white is.
Yeah.
So blue has to really think about where he wants to go, because if he commits to the wrong side, it could be bad for his team. Then again, the same could be the case for green, maybe if blue double teams against purple.
Yeah, it's always interesting. I think 3v3s are cool because 4v4s around most maps and in general, you essentially have a 2v2 and a 2v2 on 2 sides. Whereas a 3v3, you got one guy at the back. Like, does he go econ? Who does he help? What's kind of the situation? There's more choices involved. They generally don't just run down the middle. You generally turn something into a 2v1. So
yeah, that is the thing with the Rise of Nations maps is that normally in just RTS games, it's even, like it's symmetrical, where all players are equal distances from each other. But in Rise of Nations, for better or for worse, the middle player is sort of further back, I suppose. Or maybe it's just the way they expand their cities. But either way, we are starting to see the classical age begin.
Yeah, going straight up. So Spice prolaze already there. Hockeystar on the way. Wolfy just got there as well. Redbul cancelled, I think, and when... Oh, no, it was Wolfy. Wolfy just switched into the second spot, so it was also hit classical as well.
So ElSteez's the only player not with a third city, but that's without the classical age. But that's because of his third city. They'll have to bear with us. It is early morning casting, and early morning casting here it's difficult, you know.
Yeah, it can be tough. So
Immortals.
We're doing our best. Immortals.
That's not an immortal.
Oh dear.
Where's your
we're in
hardened
trouble
shield,
now.
bro?
Dude, how are we gonna how's the city gonna take them down if they're immortal? That's a big problem. Whole lot of issues.
Well, he will.
Persian special unit.
Yeah. What do they do? Slightly weaker, but can fire at range. That's really good.
Yeah.
He's looking for the villagers, I think. He went the long way around. They're going to be building a stable now. Yeah. See, the funny thing is the stable actually isn't what you want because they're heavy infantry.
Yeah.
You probably didn't even look at what actually unit it was. Just saw the javelins and thought they were javelineers.
They are not. Looks like we're getting some decent damage against these citizens. We have no, obviously we have no forward tower here. It's literally, are they going for the stable?
Yeah, it looks like it. I don't.
Why?
I mean, he's not going to cancel it either way, but at least he could kill a villager for his trouble.
Yeah. Probably get 2 villagers here, honestly. Like, they do decent damage against.
Yeah.
That's such a weird play.
It did 8 damage in a single hit.
Because they're just going to repair through that once the stable actually completes. Because they're building at the moment, so it's not really repairing anything. So they're just.
You can see the health, the yellow, and it's pretty high.
Yeah.
Well, either way, there's another squad of immortals here.
Yeah, okay, so maybe this is a strat. Can they take down the stable? I'm pretty... Yeah, I don't know. This
now that it's finished, they're going for the villagers. Yeah. It seemed weird because even if horses come out, I guess range cavalry, but he can't even get that because he needs military too, so that'll delay it a little bit.
Okay. This is a really good attack. I think Redbul's getting heavily punished for going for this this forward city because it's really not mining anything, and we've got the mine up now. There's actually a lot of citizens for Redbul. He's really investing heavily into that. So
wow, look at that.
Jeez. Ouch.
The world's deepest tower. So that's only because he's Lakota he can build that there, but it will deny the farms.
It's a really good Lakota play, actually. I think he's got another one in the top middle. Is there one in the top middle? What's that? No, okay, no, that's just the spice merchant down from
purple. Yeah.
Star, so that's fine. Friendly allies just sharing. 30 city completed now for ElSteez in the middle, the town in the bottom. I dig it. It's cool.
Yeah, you never see that because it's not an option otherwise.
Yeah. Because I don't think we've casted the faction. Or I don't think we've posted a game with the faction, at least.
Yeah. So horses is also a really good rare resource. 15% cheaper stable and auto plant units. That's going to add up.
Yeah.
It's a big bonus too.
Yeah, definitely.
Now,
they're expensive units from the stable, so.
You're looking for a bribe there, but he's taking a bit too much damage here with a catapult already in the field.
Got to be forced up. It will be difficult for Spice to actually siege this city with the bribe threat. Surprised we don't have another tower going up from Redbul, having invested a lot into those towers defending the. Oh, ouch! I'm having a good time. Towers defending the rare resources.
So the range cavalry is what he wants, and this is actually a special range cavalry, but stops moving for a second, gets taken out there.
They have to stay in the mood to dodge the damage from these immortals.
Oh, a bit of harassment here. This is purple, so this is actually pretty deep in enemy territory.
It's right all the way past ElSteez's cities and actually going on the aggressive. So they really want to force Redbul off this second city and take control over it. I mean, it's a good first city to go for if you're looking for a capture.
The merchant runs all the way through the white territory of Spice to get that back. Horses.
Bad dog.
Yeah, Redbul seems to be getting rather punished here. We see a third city up for Spice as well, so he's looking in a pretty good spot despite also having a decent military force. Oh, he loses his governor, which was the senator.
Snipes and pulls back into the stable now. Looks like prolaze is going fairly eco-heavy. I haven't really seen him go for a lot of attacks. If we have a flick over his base, just wonder what he's going for. Certainly in terms of the game overall, he's looking pretty good. Yeah, it's really eco-heavy and tech-heavy as well, so granary's already up. It's just starting to get some tech, so that'll work out well if our top team can survive in this essentially a 2v3 at the moment while prolaze chills.
I also like where this unit's camping because he can't really push in for the kill, but he's He's cutting off caravans. This one was en route going from the south to the bottom, I think. It looks like Redbul has been able to consolidate. He's got a decent army now.
Yeah, there's plenty of ranged units, and they're gonna counter the Moors and the cavalry fairly hard. So
I think it's the second time that light horse has killed something. What does this one do? The Lakota unique range cavalry. Fast raiders able to fire even while moving. Receive plunder each time they damage enemy building used for gathering.
ooh, so they're a cool harassment unit. Man, this faction is kind of cool. I'm digging it. So you can send a hit squad down and just steal resources from the granary.
Redbul now not okay. Yeah.
They're essentially it's pretty much Lotus, like
Right.
pretty much the Black Lotus of Rise of Nations, stealing resources.
He lost his mine because the territory shift, so he had to put a backwards mine here
Nasty.
instead.
That's not good.
Yeah, it looks like we are seeing some forces rotate. A little bit slowly, and is that all you got, Wolfy? 2 squads.
More units would be good. A few of these trees now getting taken out. It's going to drop at least 1 model from this woodcutter's camp. Unfortunate. They're doing a lot of cutting of wood while they're getting cut down by the cavalry of Spice.
Yeah, I am surprised there's no tower, but that being said, because he's already built 2 of them on the map, it means that the cost of the tower increases. So maybe that's why he hasn't elected to. It cost him 60 wealth, 125 metal. It's not cheap. At that point, he'd probably better off just going for a fort.
Yeah. That's maybe what he's saving for as well. It's just like, what's the point of a tower at this point when we're going to have siege factories like coming up soon and they're just going to get sniped down, especially when it's so close to the edge of your territory? Not that your territory actually exists as the faction, but yeah.
Oh, wait. No, there was a harassing unit there, yeah.
Yeah, but
we
the
died.
tower saved it, so yeah. That was good.
I thought the merchant was getting hit for a moment there before I realized it was...
Good guy Redbul saving the merchants of Wolfy who isn't coming to help, so...
Yeah, you know what the worst thing is as well? Is if one of these players sends a catapult like all the way to the back of the map,
Oh god.
kills the tower, and then sends it back. It'll just take so long. So there's 3 cities for everyone now, including Redbul, who's managed to backwards build a city. It's pretty close, but
Yeah,
it means that the supply line is still, you know, it's still the same route.
Yeah, not really anything weird in terms of the upgrades. There's the last medieval coming up as well. Redbul's in a pretty good spot. He's just behind on his science upgrades. He's been way too busy to go for science upgrades at this point in the game, just having to invest way too much into units from all this fighting.
Well, his income's pretty decent though. 160 food, his metal's almost maxed out. He is getting slightly more income here than Spice, but that will change once he loses units.
Yeah, absolutely. So the castle's been started now, but it's taking a lot of damage while the citizens are building this one. Actually, only 2 citizens on this one. Would be a nice idea to pull some more just in case we see any more harassment. I don't think we have a siege factory yet. So good call on the going for the castle and not for the tower, dude.
Yeah.
Champ. Yeah. And that's also gonna force the territory into a slightly better position. This woodcutter's camp's already inside, but maybe it'll protect it from the next civic push from Spice.
Okay, Wolfie's actually got some stuff now.
Good guy, Wolfie.
He's upgraded them to the medieval age as well, so it's a decent army. We do see some sieging coming out here. Small army there from prolaze, but he's got a catapult. He's building his own forward castle. Oh yeah, the castle was denied, and looks like it wasn't cancelled because there's no wealth here for Lakota, for Redbul. So yeah, that's pretty costly.
Yeah, that's super expensive.
Now he's advancing through, so you were also right that it's harder to get those established later on.
Definitely. Yeah. And with that catapult coming up in time, so good timing from Spice having access to that. Elephants, PogChamp.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So these are they're all medieval tech for Spice, but it doesn't look like any of them were for Redbul. So really good timing there. And that elephant is going to be pretty costly. And Wolfie rotated out. He went to defend Orange's base. Seemed to do it pretty successfully.
Yeah, it did fairly well there. That's a really great find. He's actually cutting off some of the retreats back to the castle. So going to be sniping a few more units. And I'm pretty sure 1 catapult managed to get back inside the castle of prolaze, but 1 of them did get sniped down. So it's in a pretty good position. But again, leaving Redbul really out to dry here. Gets the reduce.
Yeah. brutal. I mean, this elephant is... It's pretty expensive, so it's more powerful than a cavalry unit, I'm pretty sure. And there's just so many units supporting it. A couple of catapults there as well, starting to take out the production, which is always nice if you can do it. So now Wolfie's rotating down. That should be enough to repel Spice by the looks of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fight this one though, including Redbul's units. Everything's gonna have to go in here to try and force these off, especially with the trebuchets already up. They're getting a lot of damage down onto the production. This would be a really great time for Hockeystar to actually look for a push in, because this is a huge investment in units from Wolfy.
Okay, he's upgraded to the trebuchets, but they may just get taken out. He uses the forced march, moves out of the range of the trebuchet. Yeah, moves back in now, but does lose one of the trebuchets there for that little blunder. Can't help. Wait, patience. So I think he's looking to, skip some tech. Or has some spies as well, because he has that castle established. It's really good if you can get it, by the way. The general's bonus is nice to have.
I think there was a spy coming from Spice as well. Is that who you're talking about, Spice, or?
Prolaze, I meant.
Pretty sure there was one
has
from
a
Spice
spy.
moved in. What's that walking across the territory of Redbul? There we go. I think there might have been a spy there. Went down. There's still something else. Okay, that's just a dragoon though. So.
Yeah, so first we have immortals, now we have dragoons. So the income, despite this pressure that Redbul has had, he's still doing well compared to his opponent here directly next to him.
Yeah,
Wealth isn't quite looking too pretty though, which is surprising because he's got a decent amount of territory where Spice does not.
Maybe now it's just the cities are getting reclaimed, but the caravans are coming back up. That's really mainly where the harassment's been going on, is like city harassment, caravan harassment. So it's been harassment onto wealth as opposed to any other resource, and production harassment as well.
That being said, look at the wealth income for Wolfy. Playing as the Inca, has 270 maxed out.
Ouch.
Inca is so powerful.
Yeah. Inca are a good faction to have as this kind of back third faction that doesn't have to deal with any direct aggression.
They also get a unit refund too. They're so good. When one of your units is killed by enemy, you receive 25% income. That's so powerful.
Throwing away units for more money. It was good, man.
But we can see the food income is lacking.
Yeah.
So,
definitely no bonuses there, which is good.
okay, gunpowder age for, certainly here for Spice. Prolaze also has a, just in terms of the unit upgrades.
Yeah, okay, now he's going to be going for it. Just went for a bunch of gunpowder upgrades and is now going to be looking for a fight. I think that's really good timing.
So Prolaze has rotated around the side. Wolfy has gone for the flank himself, but as we'll see this large city go down.
Yeah, this is a really good play from Prolaze. He's in a much better position. Wolfy's going to have to pull back here and try and fight this one, but there are so many units. This is out of control.
Where is Redbul's army?
I'm not sure. He's going to
there
evac
it
out of
is.
it. Yeah, well, it was actually all garrison, but he's now going to be pulling back, and Wolfy realizes he can't take down the castle in time. Maybe leaving, yes, that's smart. Leave a couple of bombards there, take out all of the production, take out the castle as well, rotate the army in. This is a good play.
Yeah, well, let's see how successful it is. It looks like the position of white and green are just so much more powerful.
And the upgrades are lacking here for Wolfy as well. Doesn't have access to all the gunpowder upgrades that Prolaze just invested in. He hit gunpowder and immediately went for all his upgrades.
Yeah. It was a really good concave there as well, because they were using the defensive buildings on their favor. Now the bombards have taken out the castle, so let's see if they can get their production as well. And so where do Spice and Prolaze go from here? Do they commit down to Redbul? Do they try and take out Blue
I think
Wolfy?
I commit to this army to the side. I'm pretty sure that Prolaze wants to fight this while he has the upgrade advantage. This is definitely the time to look for it, and he's going to be fighting it. We'll save his production if he can win the fight. But Spice is not on the same page. This
Yeah,
is
the army's splitting up. I
Yeah.
think this is the mistake. They should have stuck together, because now we may see Wolfy take out Prolaze's army. Yeah, it looks like it's a much bigger army. He's taken out one barracks too, so this is a good spot for Wolfy to be in, but still, we do see Redbul collapsing here. The castle's being taken out pretty quickly. That large city is exposed. And Wolfy, though, doing some good damage here. Both the barracks will fall.
Yeah, and the castle's already fallen. So this is looking pretty good, but still, I'm pretty sure they're going to trade out evenly. And all while this is happening, Redbul's losing everything. So,
Yeah, his army's looking pretty sad. Meanwhile, it looks like a little bit more passive here. Small amount of units, but that should be enough to get some good villager harassment.
Yeah. Okay, Spice is trying to decide what to do. Do they rotate in here against Wolfy or just keep fighting? Keep pushing. Just at this point, Wolfy, it's really hard to help. prolaze has actually pulled more units and started kind of reinforcing this forward position and still has those siege factories up. So if Wolfy rotates here, gets collapsed upon by prolaze, and it's still a 2v1. Not quite as good as it could have been before, but still a 2v1.
Okay, Wolfy has hit Enlightenment.
Okay, maybe Enlightenment upgrades. Wow, that could be good. Hockeystar is the only one on our top team that's hit Enlightenment.
Yeah, otherwise it's Hockeystar. So all the bombards are caught, and there's several of them there. Well, uses a bribe, gets one of those elephants.
Nice, that's a really good play. Good stuff, Redbul.
Okay, a bit of a flank there from prolaze. We'll take out some of those bombards.
It's gonna happen. Okay, so now Wolfy again has to pull back. Looks like it's just gonna be a pullback on both sides.
The city's been retaken. It wasn't assimilated, so it's already taken. Looks like it's still not a lot happening here. I mean, the farms have been denied here for ElSteez.
Just harassment onto the citizens. I dig that. If you're not gonna do anything else, might as well do some harassment. Redbul has some units. That's good to see.
Well, they recovered. Didn't look like they were going to be able to.
I mean, the economy's got to be shot for Redbul though. 100% right now.
Yeah, it's still on 63 wealth, and that's really the limiting factor here. His food is decent, his wood's decent, but that wealth is going to be a real problem.
Starting to replace these forward positions. At least I don't think many of the camps actually went down. The focus was onto more important production structures.
It's a very late Hanging Gardens.
Yeah.
It's tier 1 wonder, and it's on the Enlightenment Age.
Odd. It's weird. I was kind of hoping we'd get some more advanced wonders. We don't really get to see them very often.
Never.
Like, because everyone has gone for wonders already. By this point, they don't really want to go for extra ones because it's a big investment. Like,
yeah.
The advanced ones are more expensive though. Like,
certainly,
more,
but
so,
the bonuses they give are much bigger as a result. Hanging Gardens gives him some knowledge, gives him heavily discounted upgrades. I'm guessing that's why he went for. He already has a lot of knowledge income, but those granary upgrades, they do get rather expensive. Still, Redbul hasn't quite been able to consolidate his position. His city is still being sieged. Wolfy going for a counterattack, has the age advantage. Wolfy still on Enlightenment, and he's upgraded all of his forces as far as I can tell.
Yeah, so this is really good timing from Wolfy, because the Hanging Gardens timing was actually like, I don't know, it's Hockeystar's Hanging Gardens, isn't it? So that's kind of weird. Maybe he hasn't gone for his upgrades yet. It's fine. Reduced again. This is nasty. Can't take this fight.
Yeah, Redbul's army is looking small. Has the spies though, bribing out the elephants too. I mean, that's such a crucial unit to bribe. Yeah, it gets both of them.
Yeah.
Now there's plenty of the. Oh no, they're the heavy infantry, aren't they? Yeah. So the heavy infantry are what the elephants are weak against.
Yeah. They're just buying so much time. It doesn't really matter. They're so healthy.
Sorry, the elephants are strong versus the heavy infantry is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
So it is the good unit to get. Now we're seeing Wolfy rotate down. Has to delay his advance though, because that was in a great spot otherwise. That large city was being taken.
It's almost reduced.
More harassment happening around the map. And these horses. Well, the merchant was taken out, but at least the horses haven't been taken by spies. Still has the. Oh, they finally got upgraded to the Fusiliers. Those Legionnaires.
Oh, now we have a supply wagon. This could be a fight here. prolaze is rotating, ready to collapse onto any siege units, but actually managing to siege from well within Redbul's boundaries. So prolaze is gonna have to pull the trigger here.
Yeah, Wolfy's looking like he's in the best spot here. He has a lot of upgrades, like a lot of library upgrades as well. Level 5 science. That's pretty impressive to have this. That being said, we do have a 4th city for Hockeystar. He has that wonder as well. So, more wonders are being placed down, but right now this army's been collapsed upon.
Gonna be forced off. prolaze definitely can't take this fight.
So what was it? The porcelain tower. So what does that one do?
Ooh, cool.
increases your income from rare resources and markets by 200%, so you get a lot more wealth. You receive the bonus ability of all rare resources in your territory if you have a merchant.
Hogchamp, does that apply to your allies' territory as well, or?
I don't know.
I wonder. Be interesting.
You create ships 50% fast. Well, that isn't relevant.
No.
So, okay, I haven't seen that upgrade, that wonder really being used before.
No, I've never seen it. I've never seen Porcelain Tower.
Now, is there other wonders? Because they have one. Oh, that's one wonder point for the team.
There's one wonder, yeah, for the team points, yeah. So it all applies from the hanging gardens that we saw Hockeystar go for earlier.
I wonder if we'll actually ever see a wonder victory. There's so many things we haven't seen. You know, we never get to the modern age. We never see these tier 2, let alone tier 3 wonders. We never see, of course, wonder victories. All this like late game stuff that's just hard to field in these competitive games.
Okay, so Spice in trouble now. These are big armies, though. Prolaze is on constant unit production at this stage, so pretty good spot.
Okay, the battle is happening here. Now these are special mortars, particularly effective against long-range enemy buildings and foot troops.
There you go.
Oh, good engagement over here as well. Hockeystar and ElSteez. Looks like Hockeystar has the advantage.
Yeah, definitely. So these units gonna get turned down. Cannon's not really doing much.
Oh, they're calling GG.
Looks like it.
So that's from
I don't know what
Spice.
Spice is gonna have here. Look at all these units. But it's kind of weird because like Prolaze is helping, so
Yeah, Prolaze has so many musketeers.
it's not really the time to call GG.
Finally,
Let's fight it.
finally, Redbul gets Enlightenment Age. Yeah, he's definitely the weakest link.
You are the weakest link.
Industrial Age.
Just for Hockeystar at the moment. It's essentially, it's pretty much just been a 1v1 between ElSteez and Hockeystar. No one's really helped them out.
Yeah.
So. Okay, reduced but not captured. That's good.
Yeah, Prolaze did it.
That's decoys, isn't it? So,
Yeah, the decoys or the fake armor, I don't know what it's called.
yeah.
Decoys.
Decoys are gonna work out. Maybe unnecessary given that Wolfy was retreating anyway, but yeah.
So we should see if this applies to teammates. So we'll see if the knowledge in the middle goes up for a Redbul once that completes. Because it seems pretty weak if it only affects him.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many questions. Like, does it count for stuff in your allies' territory? Does your allies' stuff just count for stuff inside their territory? Does everyone get team territory? Very confusing.
Okay, the oil.
Given that we have a Lakota on our team, does that cover the entire map because everything's their territory? There's so many questions, so...
Oil has arrived, but only if we select this player. They can't see the oil otherwise.
You acquire American instincts when you hit.
Well, he is getting
Wage
American
up,
instincts.
so,
He's getting
yeah,
capitalism.
Capitalism, love it. Excellent choice.
That's going to create a nice incentive structure.
Sure, we'll get many fantastic goods and services out of this this decision from Wolfy. Yeah, I like how the oil just pops up all over the map. It's like, never knew
Oh,
it was
look,
there.
some
Oh,
oil.
look, oil. Cool.
This army is massive.
Yeah.
Well, half of it.
It's fake massive.
Yeah, well, it's still massive either way.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has an army to match that. We see a nice little flank from Redbul, and I like this because he can't attack head on, so at least he can try and do some damage and maybe even force him to pull back. But no, it looks like he wasn't quite quick enough to do it. His base was already being sieged. Had he done that about a minute earlier, he may have delayed the siege there by Prolaze.
Yeah, gonna need Wolfy back again, but Wolfy's over helping ElSteez. Plenty of T-70s on the field now.
A bit early for that. They're not T70s.
No, no.
This is industrial age.
Oh wait,
These are
T70s are an actual unit, aren't they? So
T70s
oh,
are-
yeah.
Oh, I don't know if they are.
Yeah,
Probably
no,
not.
unit in the game. You mean it's a little bit early in terms of the age
Yeah.
structure to have.
These are
T70s,
basically tractors with machine guns at this
Right,
point.
okay.
They're not
Yeah.
quite. They're leech tractors if you played Water Tanks.
Great unit. 10 out of 10. Easily 1v1.
They also give everyone,
shit.
all your crew radiation, so they'll die in 15 years if they survive.
Right.
So you don't want to be in one of these tanks.
So that's things like machine guns getting set up, so that's good. There are a lot of industrial age stuff that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's getting sieged. Wolfy's... Is he pulling back now, or his forces still... I don't know what happened to his main... No, he's actually going for a big counterattack. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's fairly huge. Trying to put Hockeystar out of the game, because Hockeystar is the top team's equivalent of Wolfy.
Yeah.
Just in terms of, you know, your economy and unit production, so trying to get a bit of damage down onto him makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, he's pretty well fortified here, though. Has a fortress in position. So let's see if he can actually push through. Porcelain Tower is just about to finish here, so let's keep an eye on this income.
Yeah. Kind of a weird play to make, I think. I don't know if you want to be competing against people who are aged up as well as you have and in a good defensive position. To me, it makes more sense to try and compete against like Prolaze or Spice before they get their upgrades. Prolaze is very close to Industrial Age as well, so...
Okay,
Porcelain the Tower.
Yeah,
Did
did
it happen?
I saw his medal go up.
Right, okay.
He had 150,
Yeah.
went to 175. Well, this is Redbul once again is crumbling. He's taking out some units for his trouble though, alongside Wolfy's forces that have been gathering. But yeah, Wolfy was forced to rout. His army's still intact, but it is wounded.
So there's probably much more accessible oil for Hockeystar than there is for Wolfy. Wolfy kind of has to go into allied territory to find more oil. We'll focus around the top section of this map.
Spice ticking up to the industrial age now, and it's pretty crucial for him and Prolaze to get industrial because they have the bulk of the armies. Prolaze has got it though, so we already see some riflemen.
Upgrades much more cost efficient if you do have armies for them to throw upgrades onto.
And the tanks are just so much better than the heavy cavalry because they're ranged, so it's a lot easier to use them and to play around them. Five cities for Hockeystar. He must have a huge income. 370
Yeah, it's
food,
nutty. Both capped
timber,
out. Yeah.
wealth. I suppose that isn't that much further ahead than the other players, though.
We got planes. Love
Pew,
a good
pew,
airfield. Pew. Pew.
Strong versus aircraft. They do decent damage, though, against ground units.
Yeah.
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 Pew, pew, pew.
Pew.
Is he looking for the cannons?
Yeah, it'd be nasty if he do that. That's probably the best use because there's no anti-air.
I don't know how much damage they do versus cannons,
Pew.
though, because range damage isn't a lot compared to melee damage. Or at least before industrial.
So it's enough to make Prolaze to pull back. Airfield's in a really good position because defending not only like Wolfy, they can also rotate over and defend Redbul's position.
So there's a big army inside this building, but it's an Enlightenment Age army, and there's just so many tanks here.
Maybe ElSteez is waiting for upgrades before he pops and looks for an engagement. Wolfy trying as hard as he can to carry his team.
Yeah, if Wolfy rotates over, and if he times that evacuation, this is where you really want to have flamethrowers, because flamethrowers force the evacuate.
Okay, Hockeystar's also gone up to +6 military. That's kind of a big upgrade because we're talking really expensive. Like, there's a big difference between 1-2 and 5-6 we see now for Hockeystar.
Yeah, it means the military units are cheaper, so it's just an important upgrade in the long run. Yeah, that would have cost him about 1,300.
Yeah.
It's a lot of tank spam.
Yeah. It's fairly standard. There's some more units coming out of this airfield as well.
There's the evac. The
Okay,
army
he's
was
gonna have to fight this, so
the army was a lot smaller.
pretty sure the upgrades just aren't there as well. They can probably take out these tanks.
Oh, he has the industrial age now.
Yeah.
So that's what he was waiting for with the evac. And this tank army is pushing through, and a lot of biplanes too.
Hell of a lot of planes. Yeah, geez. This is nutty. Huge plane investment from Wolfy. This is out of control. And he's taking up, dude. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it, dude.
The modern age has finally arrived.
Yeah.
The food income certainly isn't there, but it doesn't really seem to matter as much at this point. It just means because he has mainly tanks, so he's building tanks and biplanes, so he doesn't need the food as much.
Which is kind of good. It's a good spot for Inca to be in.
I guess that the wonder bonus, because now the entire map is occupied, it means that the more territory you have, naturally the more rare resources your team will collect.
Yeah.
So that scales well, that upgrade, or that wonder bonus.
Yeah, sure.
Well, the city's finally been, oh no, that one still is held by Redbul. This one's been taken.
That's Spice, yeah. Yeah, it's all Spice's units, so he's actually got that one. Siege is gonna take so long here for Wolfy to try and chunk this down.
Modern age. And behind that is also getting these other upgrades too. Civic, more commerce.
This is super duper late game. What are all these planes doing as well? Have we got anti-air?
I don't know where they are. Maybe they went back.
Yeah, they're air-based limit. They're actually both of those airfields are chockers. Why are they not rotating over to help out Redbul?
Okay, the Colossus is being built. So what does this do?
Yeah.
Population limit by 50. That's probably going to help a lot. Commerce limit and wealth income. So
It's a very early wonder again.
Oh yeah, it's like a tier 1 wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a moment there I thought you were joking, and I'm like, oh wait, no, that's not what he means by early.
No, different kind of early. So 30-minute wonder's not super early for wonder production.
We are only 30 minutes in.
Yeah, you would think it would be like,
32
it feels
minutes.
like 50, but
Yeah.
no, it's actually only 30.
All right, we have the Shermans, boys.
Yeah, boy.
Shermans are advancing.
Just had their C-70s, but I'll get over it.
Not a lot of the anti-tank.
Oh, this is such a good, well-timed engagement.
Yeah, these are fighters. They're going for the AT infantry. The barracks goes down, so the production's going to be limited. The city's actually reduced, so it could be each player getting knocked out. Redbul's looking pretty crushed to me. That's the major city. It's capital city, rather. So that one's going to be the elimination if that goes through.
4 minutes 20 on this the timer here, but it might not matter because this could be prolaze out of the game 100% if this engagement actually goes through. But I think he's going to hold, or at least kind of trade out evenly.
Yeah, he does have still a fair amount of tanks.
A lot of those AT rifles actually got taken out, so most of this forward city is going to get taken down.
He is taking out some of the production as well. There are more production being built in the back lines.
Yeah,
Maybe we
these
should be
barracks
building
need
them
to
even
get
further back.
Yeah.
Because there's 5 howitzers, so they won't last very long.
Yeah, houses need to start targeting down the barracks and make sure there's nothing to take out the tanks.
The army here is looking pretty small. Hockeystar is on the modern age, but I don't really see him having much of a force.
More planes running in. I thought Redbul's just trying to stall this out for as long as possible. We're 3 minutes 20 on the timer now. We're gonna see. Yeah, there! It's plane time. It's a plane party. I like it. Okay, gonna try and stop Redbul from getting knocked out. If anything, this is just gonna buy time. Even if Redbul doesn't even do anything or stay in this game, it's just gonna buy time because Spice has to restart that timer.
Well, yeah, he may be able to take this out, take the army out and recapture him. There's planes, there's no anti-air at all. So they're gonna have some pretty decent damage, but yeah, most of the army's gone, but there still isn't really anything big. Still so many tanks here.
Yeah, that forward production was too far forward. That's a really good call. Now it's getting restarted in the back lines of the second city for.
And he needs to
prolaze.
just build nothing but AT infantry. He's going for the modern age now. We are seeing an advance coming out from Hockeystar.
Yeah, start fighting this one. I'm not really sure what there is. I haven't seen a lot of units coming out from Ed still. I'm not sure if he knows what military is, but.
Yeah, he knows what Wonders is at least, but I don't see much of an army there at all.
2 minutes 45 on this timer now for Redbul, but I'm pretty sure this army goes down eventually.
It's about to be assimilated, which means he can start building defenses. Air units on the field as well for Hockeystar.
Air for air.
Helicopters.
You try to keep down the airfields.
Wow.
Yes, I think this is a really good play. I was going to call that. I really hope that we saw the counter push here from Wolfy, because like Spice has all these units committed down to try and take out Redbul. What's going to do if Wolfy goes for the capital? Because prolaze's in a much better defensive position, but Spice doesn't have very many units.
Yeah, that's his capital. That's nasty. So
It's a really good play.
Where's
really
the maybe we're looking for the temple first, or has he already taken that? Because it's only 5,500 health. So that must mean the temple's gone down, or there isn't even a temple in that area.
I think Redbul has Redbul out, or do you retake it? No, what? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. Did he build a Forbidden City or something? Oh, that course. The
Friggin' hell! Classic Redbul.
Forbidden City. Oh my God, these King Tigers. This is not fair. King Tigers v Shermans. Please balance.
Here's balance.
You should get a lot of plunder for that too, I think.
Yeah, looks like ElSteez is calling GG as well. Hockeystar's got too many units inside his base.
Plunder, he gets a bit of metal. Yeah, I mean, look at, there's a lot of tanks here. A lot of bazookas as well, a few bazookas, so it should be enough to actually force him out.
Yeah, it looks like it. I think the prolaze are going to stall this one, and if this army goes down, that should be GG for our bottom team, because ouch.
I think
for
purple's
ElSteez.
in the best spot. These are actually, they look like comets to me.
Yeah, I'm seeing comets.
They're not comets, they're Churchills.
Yeah.
They're kind of, they're cartoonified a little bit. The proportions aren't as exaggerated.
The Forbidden City's been found. Poor Redbul.
This could be the crucial battle here, because otherwise,
yeah, this is what counts.
Purple is just pushing through the lines.
Because Wolfy might be able to hold with this reinforcements, but if this, yeah, that's got to be GG. He's going to get forced off, and Spice is building more units. Yeah, that's got to be game.
Forbidden City, yeah, that's going to knock him out.
Yeah, Forbidden City will knock out Redbul. Okay, brutal game. Jeez. So we have 4 out of 6 players up to.
Yeah, it's P4.
It's pretty good.
I love how there's all this tank variety. That is so cool.
Yeah, it does mix it up a bit, doesn't it? So.
I hope we see in Information Age from someone just before the game ends, but it's so expensive.
Yeah. How much is it?
Well, it's 1,215 oil, 3,400 knowledge, and then you have to also then get every upgrade. So he also needs one more upgrade. So he needs to get something else too.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. Okay, a lot of GGs getting called, but no one's actually left the game.
Yeah, that's how Rise of Nations works.
Yeah, everyone always calls GG through the entire game and then never actually GGs out. It's weird. Is Redbul out? It's not still in. Is that Forbidden City not fallen yet? Okay, it's really close to. Forbidden City has to be taken as well. Okay, right.
Yes, it's a regular city.
Yeah. I've never seen, I don't think I remember seeing the Forbidden City actually go down and get captured. Maybe we have, but yeah. We've seen 2 competing players go for Forbidden Cities and one finished just before the other one.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
Well, the game is somewhat stabilized.
Yeah, and ElSteez is actually taking back some territory, so. Dude, we're gonna see it! It's happening! It's happening,
my God.
dude!
Information Age.
It's happening!
Are we gonna see nukes as well?
Dream. What do you get from the pyramids? It's a...
An extra city, food. Yeah, food gather at 20%.
Okay, interesting.
City limit, cities are cheaper. Commerce limit is a bit, yeah.
No one likes going for advanced wonders. Where's the Statue of Liberty or something?
See, that's why Purple's advance had really slowed down, because he went for the tech instead. Still no one actually has anti-air. Man, look at Redbul's territory. Feels bad, man.
I don't know is it even worth investing into anti-air? Maybe it's like so not efficient, like it's just not worth it. You just ignore all the air units or something, but...
Hey, helicopter battles. This reminds me of Battlefield Vietnam.
Yeah. Dude, we have it. Information Age, it's happening. You can see some Information Age units from... Hockeystar at least was the first one to hit it. Wolfy's on his way as well. Can't believe this game's still going. I thought it was over.
Look at this.
Jet fighters. Maybe this is the time to start going for more anti-air. This jet fighter has taken damage from something, so. Cool. Yeah, there's another big push. It's like a bunch of armored cars and Panzer IVs are gonna get cleaned up here pretty easily. So many jet planes.
Wow, Wolfy may retake the city.
Yeah, it might do too.
It's a really big army though, so it means somewhere else is going to be lacking. The army here from Hockeystar is huge.
The Redbul's still in it as well.
Oh, this is a huge threat.
Yeah, it's nasty. Especially if those airfields go down. That's all the jets from Wolfy. It was a really good idea early to have these forward airfields, but now it's kind of a detriment because if prolaze manages to push in, it's really dangerous. That's anti-air there, I think, as well. An anti-air building.
Yeah, he's putting them now from the siege factory. He's got a lot of damage with them. Has the attack helicopter.
Like right there, the actual emplacement, the anti-air emplacement, I think. Like the yeah, there it is. Radar air defense.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know how much that actually took out, but seems to do okay. Okay, rotating in to save ElSteez.
Man, my game's never involved this much aircraft.
No. No, I didn't realize it was that big of a part of the late game, but apparently, so.
Well, it's gonna be jet fighters
Mass
versus
them.
the helicopters. They get taken out pretty quickly. The helicopters are a lot much better versus ground units, but then vulnerable to other aircraft.
Rocket artillery now as well. Jeez. Great game. Fight continues. I don't know who's gonna take it. I can't pick it.
I think the strong.
It's so even.
Yeah, it's Wolfy versus
Hockeystar. Yeah. It's kind of what's going to determine it. Like our top team is in the best position, but not by much.
And I think it's going to be Hockeystar just because Wolfy has to constantly run between both bases. He has to defend prolaze. He has to try and defend Redbul being attacked. He has to then also try and defend Orange. So Wolfy's really getting spread out thin, trying to defend the entire map. And everyone else is gradually getting information age, but I somehow think Redbul's never going to get there.
Yeah, meanwhile Redbul.
He's like...
I'm industrial.
Well, here's his 4 cities back.
Yeah.
Well, I guess 5 if you include the Forbidden City.
I don't know. I feel like it's just playing stalling tactics at this stage. Redbul's just stalling it.
Somehow, though, Wolfy still has a big army on this side of the map, despite also being pushed on the left.
Yeah.
So he may cut off this army, do some damage. Seems to lack a supply wagon though.
There's still so much like forward production and forward defenses from Hockeystar. It's going to be hard for Wolfy to push back in. We've already seen that. It failed. It didn't work. Maybe it works now.
Well, he's cleaned up this army here. Meanwhile, prolaze though.
Attacking.
Yeah, but there's just so many production structures. It's going to be really hard to actually push into a city.
He really wants to fight it and take out these airfields, but has been completely unable to. Keeps getting forced back every time. Just can't do anything. Actually, is that forward airfields as well? Is that what he's going for? Is it? Yeah, okay, air bases of his own.
Yeah, he had a couple anti-air there mixed in. City's actually been assimilated.
Yeah.
So everyone's on information but Redbul.
He'll get there. Don't rush him. Don't rush Redbul. It's fine. That actually would have mattered a lot if Spice got taken out of this game because he didn't have a Forbidden City option because Redbul already went for it. So
yeah, that's true.
That was a big deal if it actually got taken down. So good stuff from prolaze actually defending that position.
Yeah, the bomb is here. I don't know if it can even target units. It says it's only strong versus buildings and ships. Wow.
There are so many fighters in the air. That's kind of what counters bombers and helicopters. It's just when you have 10 jet fighters from every airbase.
Yeah,
hard to use them.
superiority seems to help. Okay, good army here from Wolfy. Space program. Oh my god. Did he say that was complete? No, he just started building it.
Okay, yeah.
So what does that one do? You see it locate. You get total vision. Aircraft and missiles are twice as fast and half the price. You're immune to effects of nuclear embargoes.
Jesus.
So that's like the ultimate late game.
The ultimate one. We've seen like one tier wonder, and then
Yeah.
like friggin' space program coming in from prolaze. What a mad dog.
There's another one as well. It's like the supercomputer or something. I can't remember what that one does, but yeah, there's two of the like the end game wonders. 8 wonder points as well. I think you only need 15 to win, or to at least start a timer.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So that'll put them on. No, they'll put them on 7 because it'll be offset by one of the right side teams.
Right. Yeah. So they cancel each other out a bit, do they? Is that how?
Yeah. So there's only
works?
one
So
wonder
you have
point
to be 6
for
ahead, right.
despite the fact that there's multiple wonders on the field.
Yeah. Okay. It's actually going to be Wolfy taking out the air bases of prolaze, which is interesting. Why is it not dying?
This has a lot of health. I think is it
Right,
being repaired?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, maybe that was why. Just has a lot of health. I think that was it. So.
Okay, Statue of Liberty. Man, we are seeing it all.
Yeah.
You receive all ground
Yeah.
units and air base upgrades for free. Maybe that's a little bit late. Reduces attrition damage inflicted on your units in enemy territory by 100%. Reduces the cost of bombers and air defense buildings.
Doesn't seem that good.
Yeah.
I don't know whether bombers are the right play at the moment. Maybe that works.
'Cause I
Maybe
think-
you can just one pass your opponent's capital or something, and then bring units in.
Because I think you can build that on the industrial age or at least modern age. So getting
The unit
unit
upgrades,
upgrades
yeah,
for
makes
free would be
sense,
nice,
yeah.
but it's a bit late now. This is the capital city being taken. ElSteez. Let's see if he can hold this one. Maybe he can, but he's certainly crumbling. Wolfy continuing to divert forces away.
Yeah, has to. And actually, he had to pull off prolaze. Again, he had to pull off prolaze. He should have killed prolaze like 3 times.
Wow, he
but
just
keeps
blew it
having
up with
more
special
units.
forces.
Nasty.
The capital's been taken out incredibly quickly using the demolitions upgrade there, the sabotage, or the ability. Well,
So
more
it's
cities
like-
are falling.
It's not being assimilated at the moment. Wolfy is busy. But as soon as that, I'm pretty sure as soon as that space program finishes, it's just gonna be like, well,
Artificial intelligence.
Whoa!
So that's instant unit building,
Right.
I think.
Who's building that? Where is it?
Purple. Yeah. So
what is it?
that's artificial intelligence. Units are produced instantly.
God, it's intense.
So macro becomes a lot easier.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of stuff here. All timer victories, instant. City simulations, capital eliminations, instant. Wheel of Prosperity raises your commerce cap to maximum. Stealth bombers and advanced fighters, so you get like hardcore air units.
Yeah.
And the missile shield, so people can't nuke you. And the Armageddon clocks move back. So we haven't seen any nukes though. That's like
No, we
the only thing lacking from this game.
Which one's he going for?
The artificial intelligence,
Okay,
the instant
yeah,
build time.
Right. Why not go for the instant assimilation? That would be. Does that if that accounts for capitals? Wouldn't that just take out Rome?
Yeah, that would
maybe
instantly kill
thinks
him.
he can just get it anyway. So yeah.
World government,
Yeah.
all time yeah, that would just kill him instantly.
Yeah.
But
Maybe this is a better one because he's not going to do that for Wolfy, obviously. So,
yeah, Wolfy's
Wolfy's
a
like
threat.
Wolfy's a threat.
okay, Wolfy has
Yeah.
once again reinforced.
Holy carries.
Yeah, this is carries. Oh, this is a redoubt in a great spot. Because also you need infantry to capture it. Tanks can't capture.
Yes, yeah. Man, good guy Redbul, still chugging along.
Oh my god.
Hey!
So
look,
many
bombers and
aircraft.
stuff. Yeah.
A lot of tanks here in position as well. There's a bit of an air battle. Jets are trading blows. Helicopters patrolling the skies as well, trying to fire at these tanks. Looks like Wolfy has the air superiority. He's shooting down all of the enemy jet planes.
Yeah, Wolfy's looking really good here. Yeah, Wolfy's going nuts. Stuff. Should be able to take out prolaze's forward position now as well. I don't know how you handle this many resources. Look at this. Look at the knowledge income. No, go back. I think that was
9,999.
He's broken the game.
Well, that was prolaze. Yeah, he just doesn't need that much wealth anymore. I mean, these still cost you a lot of wealth. Also, nukes cost wealth. So wealth still has a use in the late game.
Yeah, like prolaze is maxed out, Hockeystar's maxed out, Wolfy's maxed out, ElSteez is nearly maxed out, and poor Redbul.
Well, it depends what you define as maxed
yeah.
out. I mean, these upgrades are really the definition of maxing out.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess that's right. So, can you go for multiple ones of them?
Yeah, you get all 4 of them.
Yeah, okay, wow, that's nutty.
Yeah,
Right,
you
okay.
can start the game in the post information age. I think it's
Yeah.
called. You get all of these at the
Okay.
start.
Yeah.
So I want to see how much resources is floated as soon as this upgrade is done. It's still harder to spend resources if you're low in one thing. So say if you want to build tanks, you have plenty of metal but not plenty of oil, for
That's
example.
a lot of bombers. This is a huge investment for prolaze, but I just don't know if it's going to do anything. There are just too many fighters on the field for Wolfy.
Yeah, that's
Maybe they're just one past like all of the. Yeah, okay. Maybe they're just going to one pass some of these airfields. Yeah, I think they're going to one pass the airfields. Okay, they can't one pass airfields as it turns out. Right, okay. I thought it was going to finish them off, but okay. The goal here is to take out the air bases. Okay, I dig that. They can probably get that done in time before the jets can take them down.
You just rebuild another one though. It doesn't seem like it was really that worth it because he's lost pretty much all of them, or he's about to. Information, artificial intelligence is done. Elon Musk is very
95%.
concerned right now. Elon Musk is like, "Hang on, bro. Can you regulate that a little bit here?"
I don't think it's done yet though. Isn't that still upgrading the top right?
No, it's done.
Okay.
Already researched. That's for Wolfy.
Oh, that's for Wolfy.
Wolfy's
right,
going
okay.
for it too.
Right. Okay, that feels good. Right. Okay, that's cool. Nice.
Yeah, it's Redbul resigned.
Oh, really? Feels bad, man. After all this carry from... Oh, and ElSteez has gone too, lol. It's literally Redbul 1v1 versus the world.
So does he get all their stuff?
I don't know.
No, it doesn't look like it.
I mean, if he did, that would kind of make sense. Like, then I would believe in Wolfy to 1v3, but this might be pushing it. I hope we get Space Program finish.
Oh yeah. Statue of Liberty's done, so that'll give them 11 wonder points. So then if they get only, a couple of the low tier wonders, then they'll win on the wonder victory.
Do you just have to get there, or do you have to hold a certain amount of
I
time?
don't know if I've
Yeah, I've
done
never
it.
seen it, so yeah.
I'm assuming
Never
it's
done it either.
a timer, because everything else is a timer. Actually, I don't even know if map controller is a timer. That might be instant.
Spice also going artificial intelligence. Man, everyone loves artificial intelligence. Instant unit production is good.
Yeah, it's about to complete, but
On the plus side, Wolfy doesn't have to defend anyone anymore. He's the only one left in the
Yeah.
game, so...
but look at his metal income. That's gonna really limit his
Wow,
tank
that's really
production.
tanked, yeah.
He's maxing out on all his oil went away. A lot of helicopters for Wolfy. Oh my god. Wow, he just has a stupid
Wow.
amount of aircraft.
Okay, yeah. Because he finished artificial intelligence and just spent
Oh,
it
yeah,
all,
that's
so
where it all
yeah,
went.
Yeah. It just instant produced all these units.
So this is where the global prosperity. This is Hockeystar because that'll give him the advanced air fighters, which he's gonna really want versus all these helicopters.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Trying to work out what this thing does.
Gonna wreck everything.
There's some aura happening. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one that is.
Oh, all anti-aircraft emplacements are automatically jammed within range of the elite special forces. So that's what it is. Okay, a lot of aircraft now from prolaze is going to shoot out these helicopters.
Wow, that's a really good transition. Out of the bombers into the fighters. And there aren't many jet fighters left in the air for Wolfy.
Yeah, he's going to lose all those helicopters.
Yeah, that should go down. Okay, space program's almost done. It's gonna reveal everything.
Yeah, let's look at their vision. So this is what they can see. That's pretty cool. It's a nice little model.
99%. We're about to see it. There we go.
Ah.
Hello. I see you.
Oh no, what? Was there only 10 wonder points? They get a wonder victory.
Wow, okay. Nice.
Wonder timer, 5 minutes
Yeah.
35. 10 wonder points. That's actually not a lot. Yeah, so
I was thinking it was less than 15, but I wasn't sure, so yeah. Even yeah?
yeah, so even if this game like really dragged out, that wonder victory probably would have just been the game.
Yeah, that's gonna call it out. Just not really anything that Wolfy can do about that to take them out. There's too many units in the air. There we go. There's the artificial intelligence for Spice as well. So Spice is about to have 1,000 units just pour in. Let's see what Spice went for. I just want to see like 1,000 units just appear in the air. Maybe he didn't have much saved up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't actually see a lot. Okay, 450. Good guy Wolfy. He's still trying to muscle his way through. He actually still has the highest score in the game. So
Yeah, of course he does.
yeah.
Still like holding the fort as well. But this is all his production.
It's all gonna start getting taken down. I don't know what his plan is. Is he going for something or like, yeah? This unit wins the game.
Doesn't look like it. Yeah, you
There's
get
a sabotage.
you get wonders. You don't get wonder units. You can't build like Genghis Khan, who just takes out a whole army on his own.
Yeah. All right, that was a GG
GG.
call. Nice. 53
Wow, what a game.
minutes. So that is by far the longest Rise of Nations game we've ever casted. So
Yeah, that was nuts. I thought it was gonna be over at like the modern age. No nukes though, rip, but that was cool. It
yeah,
was a good game.
that was a great game.
So please send us in your replays. If they're long, that's cool, but only if they're actually like interesting. If there's actually a lot of battles and it's kind of back and forwards and stuff like that game was.
Like this.
Yeah, this was certainly a nice one.
I enjoyed it.
Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoying the content, you can subscribe to us, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and you can support us on Patreon for keeping the dream alive, keeping the meagerang into Blake.
Yes,
you bought a whole new crate today.
I did. I bought a new box of meagering. It's very exciting. So keen to have some of that later. Thank you.
Ooh, game stats.
Ooh, okay, yeah, we can look at that. Sure, why not?
I've never done this before. This graph, this is confusing.
Hotkeys pressed, hotkeys pressed, hotkeys pressed. Dude, if you ever do a game or design a game and a hotkeys press is not part of that game, I'm gonna be really disappointed.
Yeah,
what a stat.
It feels bad, man,
Right.
though. Redbul, like the most amount of hotkeys he got wrecked. He just had a bad early game. Wolfy had a pretty low amount of hotkeys. Yeah, it's probably
What a cool
better way of
graph.
doing APM.
Yeah, it's a much better way of doing APM because it actually shows like efficient APM. Like, what are they actually doing?
Mouse clicks. Clicks in minimap, clicks in
In
map,
Yeah.
clicks in interface. Jeez.
So it clicks in interface, you lose points for that because that's like not using a hotkey or something like that if you clicked in the interface for something and not used a hotkey. So yeah.
Alright, that'll wrap us up.